I'm Chip Huff. I'm with Basic Industries of South Texas. We're an industrial construction company with offices in San Antonio and Corpus Christi. Going through a lawsuit, whether it's founded or unfounded, is obviously nerve-wracking personally as well as in the business. It's when it's abusive and when it's frivolous and unnecessary, it's very maddening and frustrating. Our company has never bought or sold any asbestos-containing products, and yet I've had to defend myself in probably 50 different asbestos cases.
I am Christine Canterbury from Corpus Christi, Texas. Being in medicine, it's a common thing, unfortunately, nowadays to be sued, and I have been sued. 2 of those times were for once I'd never seen the patient, and one time I wasn't even in town yet, and I was sued. Lawsuit abuse does affect you emotionally and personally, and I think the best adjective to describe it is painful. Because I practice medicine for the people I love, my mom, my sister, my daughter, and to have someone tell you didn't do it good enough, you didn't do it right, is like being stabbed in the back. It's awful.
My name is Joe Gonzalez. I live in Corpus Christi, Texas. I am in the process right now of getting sued by my previous landlord that I had. He is putting, I think it's a frivolous lawsuit against us. One is because he wanted to keep all our equipment that we had bought originally and placed in that restaurant, and it was quick disconnect type of equipment, and this man wanted us to leave it there. And in the law it states that we are entitled to keep that equipment, but he still can go and sue us, and we still have to go through the process of going through court and so on, through the stress, having to pay for attorneys and so on. And it's been going on for the last 3 years, and we still haven't gone to court.
I think overall, the judicial system, when it works correctly, is a good system, and it's fair. There are a few bad apples that tend to spoil the whole bunch, and I believe that the average person on the street is beginning to understand the cost of lawsuit abuse, and I think that's good.
I think tort reform has helped my practice and the general public of Corpus Christi in a couple specific ways. I think my practice, for example, my malpractice premiums went down dramatically. And while that might not mean a lot to the person walking in my door directly, it helps me keep employees, helps me have better equipment. And if I'm having higher malpractice premiums, it doesn't change what I can charge the patient coming to my door, but it changes what their insurance premiums are going to be at their business where they work, if they're going to be able to get insurance where they work. But it makes those premiums a lot higher because the cost of doing business and cost of ordering tests and those things is higher in a climate of lawsuit abuse.
I know that some years ago I read a headline in the Wall Street Journal that said that Texas was the lawsuit capital of the world. And that was very scary to read as a business person. And I just can't imagine living in a community where we're known as the lawsuit capital of the world. I think that we've come a long way, and I know the Wall Street Journal some 10 years later said we had 10-gallon tort reform in Texas.
My view of the legal reform in Texas is that it's excellent. We have done a good job. It was a lot of work a couple years ago. A lot of industries came together, which was a first for Texas. And I think it's been very good. I think there are more things that need to be done, and the fight needs to continue to prevent it from being undone. But I think it was a great start.